We built the museum on the mission in stone, and when we finished the wall, the administrator said that we had no way of placing the purlins on top of the wall with which to attach the roof. They were heavy steel and huge. So he said to me, "You are the priest. Go and ask God what to do." I said, "Great, have you got his phone number?" I was being silly, but I went off and said to God that we were in a mess and had no way out. We were 500 kilometers from the nearest town. I was not about to suggest to God what he should do. You are God. That's why I'm simply praising you and thanking you for the mess we're in. It's a good opportunity to trust. I came back to the administrator who wanted to know what God had said to me. I made something up for a joke, but then said we just had to wait on him, if indeed he wanted us to have the museum at all. Within the hour, for the first time in our history, down the road came a truck with a crane on the back of it. The crane driver said we could use it if we had someone with a license. The powerhouse man said he'd wondered why he'd got a license to drive a crane. Before the day was done, we'd got the purlins on the stone wall, and the colorbond roof was being attached. I claim it is the best museum in the Kimberley. Thanks be to God. The first thing I discovered in practicing praise and thanks was that it was going to involve a letting go and an allowing of God to be God. What we are looking at is an ultimate good, the intricacies of which only He Himself knows. Allowing God to be God is to open up our lives to Him. We are to open the doors and throw all understanding to the wind, confronting the very meaning of belonging, depending, trusting without that understanding. We find ourselves looking past what is going on, or perhaps looking through it as though deeply colored glass to see what else is there. Perhaps the glass is too dark to see through. We believe that we see something but must await the revelation. Scripture says, "We have not here a lasting city, but we look for one which is to come." Now it is very normal and natural for us to say, "I see, I want, I know, I think I can," all of which begin with I. It is that I that settles for a city here and now, the I that is so short sighted when it says it sees, the I that is so unsatisfied in its wanting, the I that is so incomplete in its knowing, the I that is so confused in its thinking, the I that is so unable in its abilities.